This is like the first time in 3 weeks that we haven't gotten an error from Zencaster when we started. So I don't know.
It's because we spent the last 45 minutes prepping.
Sure, let's call it. Hopefully that makes for a better show.
I'm just thinking that Zencaster is going to be basically, instead of saying at the beginning of the show, no, I'm not going to air out. Middle of the show, you betcha. Levels.
So I wrote a cold open and we scrapped it.
Yeah. It was way too far into the other podcast.
Yeah, like seriously. You know how we say don't feed the trolls? Well, buckle up because I've got a lot to say this week. First of all, and who needs a freaking gold toilet?
Do you feel better now?
Yes. I mean, no, but sure, whatever.
I mean, that was like 30 minutes of rant. You don't feel better after 30 minutes of that?
No, because what really gets me going and stop with all of the late night posting. Okay, now I'm ready. Hi, toddlers. Welcome to Talking to Todd, a weekly podcast with Dewayne Johnson and Todd friends, where failure is always an option. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Todd.
Nate, how's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Not too bad. Here, slowly building out the new studio. Some stuff works, some stuff doesn't, but I'm doing all right. We're heading the right direction.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
As part of the new studio, are you producing this week? Because it's like you have control of the other theme button.
Oh yeah, no, I don't produce it. I don't have control of all the rest of this stuff, but I do have the emergency button over on my side that just plays the other theme. I suspected that was going to be needed at some point. To be completely honest, I'm amazed that you made it this far into the administration without me having to move the cover up and hit the button, but it's good to know that it works. Also, Rachel Maddow just texted me and said, "Damn, that was a lot." So
it wasn't Keith Olbermann territory.
No. He has that all marked out to himself.
Yeah, that's ugh. Anywho. Oh, so anyway, should we do some feedback, follow-up, and updates?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. We're behind in our house in listening and getting caught up. This week we were listening to the episode where we discussed the iPhone sock.
Yes.
And we got, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds into it, and they were available in London. And Amy says, Lisa should buy some and bring them back here and sell them. I'm like, wait for it. 30 seconds later, Lisa should buy some and flip them. Amy's on board. It's a Talking to Todd investment opportunity. Danny?
I can't do a diversified mix of domestic equities, some overseas highly leveraged investments, some precious metals. I've got all of my money in iPhone pockets, but I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah.
Well, you're diversified. You got green ones and yellow ones and orange ones.
Yeah. Completely diversified this portfolio. And I also got a couple of the long ones, a couple of the short ones. I mean, really, I can take care of whatever you need.
You're selling short. Is that how that works? You shorted the sock? Is that?
Oh God, jeez.
They're shorty socks. That's what they are.
There's a Trading Places joke there, but yet again, I'm still can't get my head quite around it. So anyway,
Did you see the feedback that we got from Toddler 1059?
yes, I believe so. She nominated an Idiot of the Week for us.
She did. It also falls under the other podcast category.
Yes.
Yvonne writes, I submit, for your consideration, our esteemed leader, Donald Jessica Trump. Just reading verbatim here. That's not a. For his momentous weekend in both hosting the Kennedy Center Honors Awards and the whole FIFA Peace Prize thing. If this does fall into the other podcast, then let's just nominate FIFA. Okay. If you're behind on any of that, there's a brilliant summary of events available from Kimmel Colbert or Seth Meyers, which can be viewed on YouTube. Regards, your faithful toddler number 1059. Toddler 1060 wants no involvement.
I'm just here for the walks and the snacks. So
Walking to Todd.
yeah.
Oh my word. I'm on board. I mean, hey, I went off on a rant that nobody got to hear. So
Not nobody. Ooh, an award. Oh shit. Jeez, what have we done? Okay. Anyway, do we have any other feedback?
I don't know that I caught anything else. No.
Okay. We're also behind, so I'm going back through, not even necessarily in order. I'm losing continuity, which is really making the stories hard to follow. But I did go back. I have one of the actuallys.
Actually.
Yes.
There was a Todd Out of No segment where you were pulling some stuff off of Reddit, and you quizzed me on the King Ranch in Texas is bigger than which state?
Yes.
And I got it wrong. Because I said Delaware. The correct answer, according to the source of all truth and knowledge, is no state. You said that it was, well, you were reading from Reddit. Shockingly, by the way, breaking news. Somebody on Reddit was wrong.
Reddit, source of no truth and knowledge.
So, except it is how I repair everything in my house. Okay, so you had said that it was bigger than Rhode Island, and I'm like, really? I wonder what this is. I looked up on our source of truth and knowledge. Rhode Island is 1,545 square miles. King Ranch is only 1,289 square miles. Only, he says. So
only.
It is technically smaller than Rhode Island, not by much, but anyway. So I got the answer wrong. Doesn't change the scoring for the years total, but you got the answer wrong as well. So I just needed to make sure that we cleared that up.
I sit corrected.
Yeah. Anything else that we got wrong?
Not to my knowledge, but again, we're behind.
Yeah. Come back to me in 2 months.
Yeah. Let me know. Yeah, talk to me after Christmas, and maybe I'll tell you.
In our continuing coverage of Waymo, whether we want to or not, Dateline Los Angeles, a woman called a Waymo. The Waymo pulled up. She was getting ready to get inside it, and then found a man hiding in the trunk.
Oops.
Yeah. So according to her, she confronted the man. Why are you in it? And the man says, they just put me in it. She says, who put you in it? He says, the people. He's now Secretary of Transportation. Sorry. Anyway, so she did not get in that, and authorities were called. According to a Waymo spokesperson, a man climbed into the trunk after the previous rider left it open. The police helped remove the man after the female passenger alerted them, and Waymo's rider support team assisted the woman in the process. So this is the scary thing. The spokesperson said that the support team already has protocols for addressing situations like these. Wait, what? Hey, by the way, there's a strange man in the trunk. Oh, hold on. Nope. We've got protocols for that. Why? Have you read our press? So anyway, going well with Waymo. What I want to know is had she gotten to the destination, would he at least have split the fare?
You would hope so.
Yeah. Yep. Boy, these self-driving taxi things, I'm getting a good feeling about them. I think they're getting the kinks all worked out.
We did get another piece of follow-up submitted to us from the watchful eyes of Toddler 401k.
Oh, yes. Oh, that one. Yeah.
Ex-Nebraska coach Scott Frost, namesake of our idiot of the week, sues the University of Nebraska over a buyout dispute. Todd, what happened here?
Please, I don't want to cover that. Well, okay, fine. So I open up this story and I think I don't want to, did they fire him for cause or not cause, or, I don't know. Do I even care about this? But I started looking at it and I thought, oh, this is not. And then it turns out this thing is just so. So Scott Frost was fired on September 11th, 2022. By the way, he got fired on 2022. And we're still doing the Scott Frost Memorial Idiot of the Week. Okay. Anyway, he had a buyout that was he was supposed to get a $15 million payout for paying out the rest of his contract because he wasn't fired for cause. According to his lawsuit, they took his future buyout payment and put it all on his W-2 form for the 2022 tax year. So, which increased his taxable income greatly for money that he had not yet received. In addition, he says they did not give him his 2022 W-2 until September of 2023, which made him incur penalties and interest with the IRS because he couldn't file his taxes because he didn't have his W-2 because it was late. And then we get to the regular stuff of they also then claim that they don't owe him additional money for the extension that he signed, that his buyout was only for a few years or whatever. Anyway, it's a tax story. Like, oh, and yet, thank you, Scott. Like, this is what we came to expect from Scott Frost, is a college football tax story. The other thing I will say, though, is of all the stories we've covered about Scott Frost, this is the one where I'm like, boy, if they did that to you, Scott, I think you're in the right here. First time ever on the show.
Said almost no one ever, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Who withholds like a $10 million W-2 for 9 months? You guys don't have to cover this stuff, but we don't have to, but we're going to.
When it gets sent in, we almost feel obligated. Not almost. Yeah. We feel obligated.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, way to go, Scott, to go after Nebraska. There's just at this point, I was just like, I don't know. Growing up in Iowa, I'll just say this: why would it have taken them 9 months to figure out his W-2? Well, that's how long it took him to go one on their fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1,000,001, 1,000,002, 1,000,003. They got to add it all up.
Well, they got lost between the first hand and the second hand. Because the N on the helmet stands for knowledge.
Yes, it does.
Do we have anything for the Taylor Center for Technology Policies Tech Corner this week?
26.2 got released for everything, and it does have a lot of security updates in it. So update your devices.
It's a good tip.
It also gives you some new features or whatever, but just update it it came out on a Friday, which I'm like, I don't like what is even going on now? Like, last thing you want to do is do a big software deployment on a Friday. And then everybody's like, well, 5:00 Friday, I guess we'll come in on Monday and see how that went. Don't worry. Kevin's manning the phones. He'll let us know if anything's going on.
Oh, shit.
So that's on the tech corner. How about the technical corner?
Still 0.
Wow. This is where if we were a big time podcast with like a statistical thing, this would be like this is the first time since, I don't know, let me just make up. This is the first time since 2013 that Dewayne has gone this many games into the season without issuing a technical while having this many games on the road in this county or something. Some sort of historical statistic powered by AWS that means absolutely nothing.
I did warn an assistant coach last night. Last night. The assistant coach was in my ear about a call, or non-call in this case. It was a non-call. And I turned around and looked at him and I said, I don't want to hear another word from you the rest of the night. And the head coach, who was further down the bench, pipes up, what about me? What about me? I saw it too. You going to tell me? And at that point, the play was going the other way. So I gave him the hand, I gave him the stop sign and ran the opposite way down the court to cover the play, going the other direction. And then when we came down to the other end to shoot free throws, I walked over to the head coach and I said, Coach, here's the thing. You're the head coach. I will listen to you if you have a question, and I'll listen to you a little bit more, but I will not listen to an assistant coach. He's like, okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Yep. That makes perfect sense. You got it. And then after the game, the assistant coach came over and apologized to me. I was ramped up. I'm sorry. Won't happen again. You guys did a good job tonight. Thanks.
Hey, there you go.
Right?
Yeah. That's you know what? That's what you get in the middle of the thing, you get a little amped up, and then you're like, yeah, boy, I probably shouldn't have worked that. I shouldn't have done that. I got a lot of driver's ed tests I got to grade after this game, and I was just
And I told him I appreciated the apology. So that was last night. Not a technical, but we had a moment.
One shining moment. Nope, not that. Nope, not that kind of moment.
Nope. Do I play this theme? Am I guessing a number this week?
Oh, you're guessing a lot more than a number.
Dwayne's never going to guess it.
Who, me?
Never, ever going to guess it.
I don't know.
No, Dwayne's never going to guess it.
Yas Queen?
Never, ever going to guess it.
That's right. That sound means it's time for America's favorite game. It's time for Dwayne Guess a Number. What do we got this week, Todd?
Well, this week, I mean, Bowl Week has already, Bowl Week, which is like 6 weeks. Bowl Week has already started. And a few years ago, we took some time and went through some of the bowls and some of the sponsors. And we've talked about bowl games here. And so I thought, instead of just giving you a number, now that we're just in the middle of bowl week, or we're starting this bowl season, I thought I would quiz you on your knowledge of college football bowl games this season. So in the spirit of all of the Taylor Swift ones that you have crafted for me, there are 15 questions. They're in groups of 5. So we're going to do 5 bowl games where I'm going to name the bowl and you need to tell me who the sponsor of the bowl is. Okay.
Okay.
The next 5, I'm going to give you the sponsor and you need to tell me what is the name of the bowl they sponsor.
Oh, Lord.
And then for the last 5, I'm going to name the bowl with the sponsor and everything. And you just tell me where it is in the United States. I'll take a city. Just tell me the city, or, half points for the state. Okay.
We should really be having toddler Matt Damon on with us to do this. This would be, this is really in Jake's wheelhouse. Jake, keep track. Everybody else keep track too, and see if you're smarter than a Dwayne here. Okay.
All right.
Hit me.
Okay. Starting with bowl, name that sponsor. Okay. The first bowl up is the Fenway Bowl.
I can tell you where it is.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I didn't pick it for this one. I will also tell you when we get to where is the bowl, the Las Vegas Bowl does not appear there, nor does the LA Bowl.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I actually would have a fighting chance at those. Is the Fenway Bowl sponsored by MetLife?
It is not.
Okay.
It is sponsored by Wasabi. Now,
The
what I'm not clear is
the thing you put on sushi?
It's either the spice that you put on sushi or it's the cloud storage company. It's not clear from the name which one. I'm going to say it's probably the company, but it could be the United Wasabi Growers of America. I don't know. So, okay. All right. That's okay. We're going to move on though. That was your warm up. Okay. Next one up. You ready?
Sure.
The Frisco Bowl.
Is this sponsored by Rice-A-Roni?
Damn, that's a good guess, man. That's a really good guess. That'd be hilarious if it was. All of our participants.
I have always thought that the sponsor ought to match or make sense to the bowl.
At some point, some of them did.
Right? C&H Sugar Bowl, right?
Yeah. Okay. You didn't get that one.
Oh,
I will
okay.
tell you. I'm going to give you a hint on this one.
Okay.
The company that sponsors this has a location within a mile radius of your house. Or let's say, mile radius, maybe mile and a half.
Is it the Microsoft Frisco Bowl?
No, it is not. I'm sorry, you don't get to scoot on up. It is the Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl.
Oh my God.
Okay. All right.
Oh, for 2, that is within a mile and a half of my house. You are correct.
Yep. Okay. Number 3, a longtime bowl that Iowa went to multiple years, I believe, the Holiday Bowl.
In San Diego, I believe. Who now sponsors the Holiday Bowl? Fruitcake? Does Fruitcake sponsor the Holiday Bowl?
Either the concept of fruitcake or some sort of cloud storage company called Fruitcake.
Called Fruitcake. That's what that was. One or the other.
Yep. Sorry. This is going to be Trust and Will. I have no idea what Trust and Will is, or it could be Will and Trust. Nope, it's Trust and Will. Okay. Again, I don't know what that. I guess
Nope.
that's where you get your. Yeah. Anyway, by the way, half point available if you can tell me the name of what the stadium is now called.
Qualcomm is now Q Mobile at
Actually,
Gayha Field.
ACL snapper. No, actually, Qualcomm renamed it. It's for their most famous product at this point, Snapdragon Stadium. You know, it'd be good in Snapdragon Stadium. See, that's where Wasabi needs to go. See, that would make sense, right? The Wasabi Holiday Bowl at Snapdragon Stadium. You'd be like, man, I'm hungry now.
No kidding.
Okay. All right, moving on. Another long time bowl that used to make some sense, the Citrus Bowl.
Which was, for the longest time, the Florida Growers Citrus Bowl. Citrus Growers Citrus Bowl. The Florida Citrus Bowl. Yes, that thing. Did they play that at Joe Robbie Stadium?
They did not. It is in Orlando, Florida, at Camping World Stadium.
Didn't that used to be Joe Robbie Stadium? No, that's in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is now the Citrus Bowl is now sponsored by someone else.
It is someone else. I will give you a hint, though. It used to be the Florida Citrus Growers Association, which we mostly think of orange.
Yes.
A company that is still known for almost an unnatural level of orange is the current sponsor of the Citrus Bowl.
Oh, this is the Donald J. Trump Citrus Bowl.
Jeez. No. I get what you did there. I see it. Acknowledged. Although, by the way,
you almost asked for that.
yeah, actually, though, you've pretty much got the shade of color right.
An unnatural level of orange. Nope, I'm drawing a blank. Sorry.
It's the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
Oh, of course it is. That is an unnatural level of orange.
Yeah. All right. And the last one, and we've covered this before over a few years, but I thought I'd throw it in, which probably means it's a trap, just so everybody's clear. The granddaddy of them all, the Rose Bowl. Can you tell me what the Rose Bowl is? You could tell me who the sponsor is or give me the name of the Rose Bowl.
There is no sponsor of the Rose Bowl. It might be presented by Nationwide or something.
Okay, it's presented by. So who presents the Rose Bowl?
The city of Pasadena?
Oh, they don't have that much money.
No.
This year it is the CFP quarterfinal at the Rose Bowl game presented by Prudential.
Oh, sweet Lord, that's a mouthful.
I'm just thinking the t-shirts, every t-shirt that you get has to be an extra large just to have that on it. Okay. All right. So that was 0 for 5. Not great, but you know what? We're going to move on. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to give you the sponsor and you tell me the name of the bowl.
Okay.
It's going to go so much better. Okay.
It's not.
To be completely honest, a couple of these, I'm like, I don't even understand this. Okay. Number 1, Bucked Up.
Does Bucked Up sponsor the Liberty Bowl?
It does not. That is the Bucked Up LA Bowl in SoFi Stadium.
Well, you know what? If you're going to LA to a bowl game, you better get bucked up.
Yeah, by the way, it turns out that they do like supplements, energy drinks, testosterone boosters. You can get deer antler velvet spray. Anyway, yeah. Instead of getting jacked, you can get bucked up. Okay.
Sure you can.
Next one. All right. Again, these are real bowl games that people took money from real companies. Like I can't express to you how ridiculous this is that these are real. How about Bad Boy Mowers?
Are they sponsoring the Pinstripe Bowl in New York City?
Shit, you got it.
Woo! Sorry, hold on just a quick second. I wasn't expecting to have to play a bell during this segment.
Had to rearrange the soundboard.
I had a 1 in 32 chance. No, strike that. There's less than that because there are 6 of them that we've already covered. Okay, yes.
Next. Okay. All right. You feeling good about that one? Okay.
I really am. Yes.
All right. Okay.
False
now
sense of security.
Yep.
Okay.
A sponsor. Now this one, a sponsor you've heard of. Now those first 2, Bucked Up, Bad Boy Motors. Look, those aren't real companies. Now I've got one that you've absolutely heard of. Tony the Tiger. Tony the Tiger, I guess, is personally sponsoring a bowl, and he's been doing this for a while. I think this one is. I think he's been sponsoring this for a while.
Yes. Is Tony the Tiger sponsoring the Duke's Mayo Bowl?
Oh God, that just sounds like he took like just like you take some Frosted Flakes and then you just put them in mayo and like
in a bowl of mayo. Yes.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Nope. Sorry about that. It's the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl in El Paso, Texas.
Yes, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Do they manufacture Frosted Flakes in El Paso?
I don't know, man. I just look at the ESPN thing. Okay. Another big company, been around 100 years, you've heard of Goodyear. And I will tell you right off the top, there is no such thing as the Rubber Bowl. So, no.
Goodyear. What bowl could Goodyear possibly sponsor? Does Goodyear sponsor the Outback Bowl? Because we got a whole bunch of tires out back.
I don't know. You got 215 R17s. I got to go out back and go check. No. Unfortunately, that would be awesome. Maybe we should send them a letter and say, have you thought about this? Goodyear is the sponsors the CFP quarterfinal at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl. Because when you think of cotton, you think of Goodyear. No, I don't.
Has it been a good year for cotton? Not sure, Sam. We'll find out.
It's agriculture in the United States. It's probably not been. Okay. And then finally, this one just shocked me. And I'm just like, okay. It surprised me. And then I waited a split second and I thought, nah, makes total sense. Perfect sense. Snoop Dogg is sponsoring a bowl.
Is Snoop Dogg sponsoring the Las Vegas Bowl?
No, that was actually like, given it's a bowl, like, is there a weed bowl? Like, is there, anyway, no.
What bowl game is played in Denver at Mile High? Because
What's up? Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't give you that one. Snoop Dogg is sponsoring the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl in Tucson. Why? I don't know.
God only knows.
Yep.
Okay, so I did better in that segment than in the first one.
You did.
I'm 1 for 9, but okay.
Yep. 1 for 10. You're 1 and 9.
I'm 1 and 9.
10.
I don't math. The math isn't mathing.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the name of the bowl, and you tell me where it is played.
Okay.
The ReliaQuest Bowl.
I think that's in Houston.
It is not.
Todd has to go look it up.
No, I have it here. I wanted to make sure I needed to fact check myself. I will give you a hint. The Hawkeyes are playing in it this year.
Oh, they're in Tampa.
Yes. Yeah. Which I believe used to be the Outback Bowl.
It did used to be the Outback Bowl.
But yes, now it's just the ReliaQuest Bowl in Tampa. I literally was like, if he knows any of these, wherever the Hawkeyes are playing, he's got to get.
Nope.
No. All right. You mentioned this earlier. Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Isn't that in Charlotte?
Give yourself a bell.
Hey.
Okay.
And that one's always confusing for me because Duke's is both the name of an energy company and the name of a mayonnaise product. And
yes, but if it was the energy company, it would be the Duke Mayo Bowl. This is the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
You got the emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah.
Plus the sky comma. Yeah.
How about, I love this one. This is just called the Rate Bowl. That's the name of it. Rate Bowl. About a 2.
Well, isn't it sponsored by the same company that used to sponsor Guaranteed Rate Field in Chicago, and now it's just Rate Field?
Oh, that would make sense. Okay. No. Okay. So look, I tied it in without even knowing it. Okay. So do you know where Rate Bowl is?
Oh God, no.
We can rule out Chicago because you do not want to be playing, unless you're the Bears. You do want to be playing in the winter. But like, yeah. Okay. So we're gonna say not Chicago. We'll spot you that.
We'll spot me that. Okay. So I've narrowed it down to N-1. I'm going through my head. I'm like, where are the is that one in Miami?
You went the wrong direction. This is in Chase Field in Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Which I do find funny that somebody who gives mortgages, I guess, is sponsoring a bowl game in Chase Field, which also is there a non-compete clause? Guess not. Okay. 2 more, then we're done. I heard people literally say, oh my God, thank goodness. This one, again, this is a real bowl game. I'm not even sure it's the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Now, what I'm not clear about is it sponsored by Cricket, the phone company, and it just happens to be the Celebration Bowl, or is it the Cricket Celebration Bowl? I'm super not clear as to, I don't even know what the mascot is at halftime, where they just bring out a bunch of like
Jiminy.
Yeah. Any idea where the Cricket Celebration Bowl takes place?
Celebration, Florida, in Atlanta, in Orlando.
You know what? You got it wrong, and yet you got it right. It is not Celebration, Florida, Atlanta, but it is in Atlanta. It's Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yeah, I did not intend to say Atlanta. I intended to say Orlando. I get half. Do I get half a point?
Sure. Yeah. I'll mark that down as a 0.5 win. Yeah. I used to think that the Cricket Celebration Bowl happened outside my bedroom window growing up in Iowa every summer night. They're so loud. Anyway, okay.
Oh, boy, are they ever.
Last one, and we've covered this one before. Dewayne, where does the Pop-Tarts Bowl take place?
Oh, sweet Lord. We cover this every year because it's the best bowl game.
It's not the best bowl game. It's got the best celebration.
Yes, that's okay. Yeah, that's fair. Are they in Memphis?
I believe that's the Liberty Bowl. Ironically, we've covered it twice so far. It is actually also at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida.
Oh, Jesus.
Which is not Atlanta.
Oh, jeez. Should have stuck with my first guess. Oh, so I got 2.5.
Yes.
Out of 15. No, that's. I think everyone could have anticipated that.
What I'm going to say is, it's just, you look at these bowl games, it's just wild. Like, what the heck's going on out here? Oh, yeah, we signed Bad Boy Mowers. What? I don't know. Yeah, you didn't stand a chance, if I'm honest. Nobody does. It's a bowl season. What you should have done is, at the beginning of this, said, you know what? I'm gonna opt out, and I'm just gonna take my talents to the pros.
Opt out like a champion today. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Are those banners already so you can tap them on your way out the door?
Yes,
Anyway.
they are.
All right. Okay. So we got through that. How about we talked about Scott Frost earlier? How about your Scott Frost Memorial Idiot of the Week?
I am going to talk about the bean soup theory.
Okay.
Sarah, toddler -18, sent me the bean soup theory, and it is an internet phenomenon whereby commenters can't help themselves from making your post about them. And the example of this is this lady. This is how it started. This lady posted this TikTok about her favorite bean soup recipe. And the comment to the video was, well, but what if I don't like beans? Well, then don't eat the effing soup, you dumbass. Just, you know what? Again, we say this about some of the musicals that we go and see, Broadway shows that we see. Not everything is for everybody.
Yeah.
Not every post is for everybody. What did your mom say growing up? You know, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. Maybe just walk away from the keyboard. Right? Maybe. My idiot of the week, people on the internet. Sweet Lord, what am I doing even here?
There we go. People on the internet who leave comments. Well, we're breaking new ground this week.
Yeah, we sure are. Todd, Todd, what did you bring?
So, in the world of sports and law, I don't know if you've seen this, but in the last 2 weeks, there has been a fairly high profile, for what it is. Have you heard anything about the court case against NASCAR?
Nope.
Okay. So one of the team owners of NASCAR, actually two team owners, filed a federal antitrust lawsuit against NASCAR because of the way that they were running it and the charter system about who gets to partake in the races and everything else. One of the owners is, let me see if I get his name right. former Chicago resident. Oh yeah, Michael Jordan.
Yes.
Yes, has sued NASCAR. Now, the judge in the case, before this went to trial, the judge in the case urged the parties to find a way to not take this to trial. Worked on mediation, said, why don't you take a little bit more time, try to make sure that this doesn't go to trial. And the two sides were like, you know what? This is going to trial. We're going to settle this in court. And then they had 9 days of testimony, including, well, before the court case, first of all, you get discovery of people's text messages, emails, all sorts of stuff. And then you have 9 days of testimony where people then have to talk about things that they put in their emails and their text messages. Things came out in this, like not great things, including internal NASCAR communications where the top-ranking people in NASCAR referred to Hall of Fame team owner Richard Childress as a redneck.
Maybe not wrong, just maybe something you don't want to say publicly.
Yeah, right. Well, and it wasn't public, it was private.
Up to a point.
Until it went to trial. There was quite a bit of really embarrassing stuff, including now the president of NASCAR, who has gotten this because I think his dad or his grandfather founded it. Like, people are now calling for him to be removed from his post because he's no longer a good steward of the sport because of all of the shenanigans that are coming out in all of this. Anyway, that's not why NASCAR is an idiot here. The reason why they're an idiot here is after 9 days of testimony, they announced, we've come to a settlement.
You couldn't have figured this out before you embarrassed yourselves?
Yep. The judge even said, wish we could have done this a few months ago. The judge told you, you do not want discovery. You do not want to do this because once you open this box, you can't close the box. And then they open the box and just embarrass the hell out of everybody and sort of like, this is how we run the business. And people are like, that is terrible. There is stuff in here that we just assumed, but we didn't know for sure. Now you know for sure. And after 9 days of that, it's like, well, I guess we should probably give in now. Like, once you go through that door, like, you might as well just they basically had to give in to what the owners wanted to get rid of they lost, but they didn't just lose. Like, they lost and then lost.
It's like they put themselves into the wall intentionally and could see it coming. It coming down the entire straightaway and nope.
Here's the thing. This was the top of the organization. I am sure that their lawyers at some point told NASCAR, by the way, if this goes to trial, we're going to have to turn over all of your emails and your text messages. And they were like, yeah, I feel pretty confident about that. Again, either settle or see it through. The whole, well, we're losing this. This is looking bad for us. Every day is getting worse. Yep, we should probably just figure out a way to declare a victory on this by giving them pretty much everything they wanted. The memes, of course, came out. Yes, the NASCAR memes came out of Michael Jordan shooting over Craig Elo with NASCAR putting it over his face. There were lots of those. Him flying through the air over somebody. NASCAR. Yeah. Basically, it was like, Michael Jordan dominates a sport. Well, okay, cool. He managed to do that again. So anyway, we don't give legal advice, but what I'd say is if you get yourself into a legal situation, ask yourself, what would NASCAR do? And then do the opposite because it didn't serve them well.
That's a left turn they weren't expecting. It's kind of surprising given that it's NASCAR.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you watched anything good lately?
Yeah, we did. Now that we actually settled here for like a week where we were both in the same place for a week, that was last week. Again, that's not happening this week. We said we need to get through something. So we started watching Slow Horses. So we only had 2 days to watch it before Lisa was leaving again. So we did not slow binge it. We watched the 6 episodes in 2 days. 3 days. Anyway, we got through it pretty quick. Anyway, so yes, we finally caught up to where you were a couple of months ago. Turns out, by the way, hey, Slow Horses, pretty good. Pretty good.
Absolutely recommend.
Yeah. Also, we also like watching it just of like all of the locations in London. Although, as Lisa points out, like, boy, their location scout makes large parts of London look terrible. Just terrible. How about you? What have you guys been watching?
Well, I believe we said last week that The West Wing dropped on Netflix.
Yes.
We're now through episode 10 of season 1.
Okay.
Just putting a marker out there. We're working our way through them. I think I've talked about Landman.
Yes, you have mentioned it. Yep.
It is now appointment viewing for us on Sunday morning because it drops on Sunday. So we'll watch it.
Wow.
Yeah, it is. Yes. It is so good. If you're not watching Landman on Paramount Plus, and it has to be on Paramount
you're like
Plus.
Most of the rest of the country, but let's be honest.
It's fair. Yep, that's absolutely fair. And the last thing I'm now making for most of the summer, I guess maybe I had a list of Robert Redford movies that I was working my way through.
Yes,
I now have a list of Rob Reiner movies that I am now making my way through. I started last night with Spinal Tap, and I also just realized that if there are any other beloved actors out there with the initials R and R, we need to go wrap them in bubble wrap right now.
Good idea.
Rita Rudner. Wrap Rita Rudner in bubble wrap. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's what I've been watching. Did you learn anything this week?
Yeah, so I think I've talked about we got another car. Got a Volvo electric car. Enjoying it. Great. It does have there is an oddity in it that is taking a little bit. You got to pay attention to what you're doing because there is a small issue that I just have to make sure that I don't drive it through our garage. And here's the issue. So, at some point, a lot of cars, if it's one point when you had to select your gears on an automatic, it was like on the column, and then it went onto the middle console, right?
Yeah,
so
3 on the tree. Yeah.
So park was all the way forward, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you would go backwards to reverse, then neutral, then drive, right? In that.
Yeah.
Okay, that all kind of made sense. We all knew what we were doing there. Okay. This electric car. So the parking it, to put it in park is a button next. It has a shifter in it, like a by wire kind of thing, where like you just it doesn't stay there. You push it to go in reverse or push it to go into drive. It doesn't. You just push it and it goes kind of centers itself. But to park it, it's a button next to it. Okay, that's fine. But here's the problem. If you want to go in reverse, so if you want to go backwards, you have to take the gear selector and push it forwards because that's where reverse is, right? If you think about on the tree, right? And then once you back up, if you want to go forwards, you have to pull the gear selector backwards.
Isn't that how you fly a plane, though? Is if you want to go up, you pull it?
Kind of, but I don't want my car to leave the ground. Or if I do, I want to be real clear that that's what I wanted. So the first time I hop in the car, I'm like, I want to back up. So I pull the stick backwards, which then makes the car go towards the garage of the back of the garage. Oh, nope.
Oh, no.
Okay. Whew. Yeah.
That was close.
This was a solved problem, and it is no longer a solved problem. So now, cargo forward, pull back, cargo backward, push forward. Okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, those Swedes, man, they have got a sense of humor. Anyway, that's what I learned this week is on that car and that car only, pay attention. How about you? What'd you learn this week?
So last week, one of Amy's bosses and I decided to go into business together. And we are going to use let's call it a renewable resource, which I have here in the house, which is an virtually unlimited supply of empty bourbon bottles.
Virtually unlimited. Really, your house becomes more like a processing facility. Full bourbon bottles come in one door.
Empty
bottles go out the other door. Yeah,
exactly. And in the middle of that, once they become empty, my job is to cut the tops off the bourbon bottles, and then I will then polish them so that there aren't any sharp edges, and then I will hand them off to Jess, who will make them into candles. Fill them with candles.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So I'm doing my part. But this week
we need more bottles. Working on it.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I feel like the crow and Dumbo. My bottle cutter arrived in the last week, and I have practiced. I now have 2 bottles that are cut and ready. They are not polished, and they have very, very sharp edges. This is what I learned this week. This is a learning process. You have to be careful. You have to be slow. You have to be very methodical in the process. Otherwise, you ruin the opportunity to make a product, at which point I just have to then go create more product. It's important that you don't sample the product immediately. You need to be sober to do this. I need to not be creating product while creating product.
Okay, so listen, we're going to need some business insurance. Basically, Dwayne's going to be down in bottles of whiskey and then cutting the bottles apart in order so that we can. Nope, I'm out. No coverage. Nope. On the other hand, I won't give you any insurance. I will pay you to put up a webcam and to give me YouTube and TikTok rights for this manufacturing process, because I think I'm going to make a killing. There's so much blood.
Oh, you're not wrong. The music is Happy Boy by Kevin MacLeod. You can subscribe to our award-winning podcast with visiting driving instructor Todd Prinz wherever you get your pods. Just search Talkin' and the number 2. There's no G and no space. You can stop by and see us at the Tuba City home office. Please don't do that. Thanks to our listeners, our sponsors, and our contributors. We appreciate you. And as always, you can send us your feedback to feedback@talkingtotodd.com. Todd?
Boy, that candle's got a nice scent. I'm picking up notes of some oak. Yep. Mm-hmm. Is that a little bit of spruce? Oh yeah. And what's that last one? There's just like a hint of something. Oh yeah, that's just a trace of buffalo.
God. That was truly awful. That was truly. Oh wow. That was really bad. Nice, solid work there. God, welcome to Dad Joke Theater, folks. We're going to have something we need to clean up. I'm lost. I can't after that. We'll clean something up next week. We'll be back. We're here. We're talking to Todd.
We better get some bubble wrap for Ryan Reynolds' stat.
Oh, no kidding.
I'll go check a Wrexham.